Now it's time for Philip, our agony uncle, to have a go at all sorts of different problems.
Yes, let's say, first of all, I'll call you Adrian because you didn't want to be named, but your problem is bad breath. You say you're not able to speak to anyone face-to-face anymore. Used to be very free and easy talking to girls, but now, when you go out, you're the one they think is shy, even though you say you are not, although I have my doubts. I'm so embarrassed about it, I haven't even told my mother. What is going on with bad breath? Well, 3 sources of the bad breath. First of all, your teeth. They've got gaps between, as you may have noticed, and you get little bits of food stuck, and these particles decay and rot. What you need to do with that is this, called dental floss. If you don't know about it, if you do, I'm boring you, never mind, but just be patient. If you don't know about it, from the chemist, bits of string, waxed. You, if you can get it out, cut it off, and I won't sort of do it personally, but you've got to get little bits of food particles out, and it will change your life. I was talking to somebody the other day, they were 50, they'd never even heard of dental floss, changed their life. Second way that the smell may come out is from food in your stomach, like garlic and onions, curries, spices. And the molecules of smell, they don't come out of your stomach just like that, but they go through the blood to your lungs, and that's where they come. So maybe you could change your diet a little bit. Smoking, if you're on ciggies, forget it. Drinking, that makes your breath stink, and maybe possible infection. I still also think that you're a bit shy. And what we've got for that is a leaflet, a Saturday Superstore leaflet. You don't need it. And you don't put it between your teeth. Sarah will tell you how to get a copy.
That's right. Write to us for a copy of our fact sheet on shyness. Enclose a stamped addressed envelope, please, and send it to Shyness Fact Sheet, Saturday Superstore, BBC Television, London W12, 8QT. That's the one.
That's the one. Francis, you say you're female and 12. You're allergic to 2 of your teachers. They make you sneeze. It would be fine if I sneezed like a normal person, but I sneeze like a Chihuahua puppy. And the whole school knows it. There's a particular group of people who make fun of me, you say. My parents tell me to ignore them, but when I do, they start kicking and shouting at me. Now, you sneeze when you need to clear your nose. It's the body's reflex action for doing that, when it's dusty. But you also sneeze when you're excited, when you're nervous, or even when you're aroused. So it's something that happens when you're feeling particularly alert and your body's going full pelt. I think it's enormous fun for these people to wind you up and disrupt the whole school by getting you to sneeze. I don't know how serious your sneezing is. Now, if it's disruptive, you can't stop. Suggest you see your GP and ask about hypnosis to see whether that would help. If it's just 6 or 7 sneezels, you can cope. Ignore it, it's not your fault. And if you stop rewarding these people, as you will by stopping sneezing, in the end they'll get bored and find a new game to go and play. 5-star fan in Gateshead. Your problem is, you say you're 13 and you've got a lisp. That means to say, if you said the word lisp, you'd say it lisp. Now, the real problem here is one that could obviously be corrected by a speech therapist, but you can also try it yourself, because the difference between the th sound and the s sound is only really a matter of where you put your tongue. I wonder, first of all, whether you can, instead of putting your tongue between your teeth for the th, just bring it back a bit. It starts to s, to hiss. Maybe, though, the problem is dentistry. Maybe your front teeth are wide apart, in which case it's jolly hard not to lisp. So, if your teeth are gappy, then to the dentist. Otherwise, try bringing your tongue a little, just experiment. Just hear how the sound changes. Can you do that? You can do
yes.
That. Good. Mark, you say you're 15 and your voice is not yet broken. You're nearly 15, while most of the other boys in the 4th year have broken. Is this normal? It's perfectly okay. It's not unnatural. You're all right. It will break. That was easily dealt with. This is to Sarah. You say, I have a lot of hair on my upper lip and people are always making jokes and remarks about it. This is from E. Hello to you. Is there anything that can disguise it? I've heard you can bleach it. Is this true? Yes, it's jolly true. There's even a trade name preparation begins with J, which I won't mention, which you can also buy from the chemist, and that'll do the job, won't it? You know about that, don't you? Well, it's personal.
No.
This is from somebody I'll call Annie. You don't want to be identified either. You say, your problem is you can't watch horror films. You're scared you can't get to sleep. And your friends laugh at you because you can't watch horror movies. Well, I think that people of, my age, really ancient people, can't watch horror films sometimes too. It sometimes takes courage to admit that you're different. You've got more imagination than me, because whenever I watch a horror movie, all I can think about are the incredibly bored cameramen behind the camera. Because you can't have a film without a camera person. If you keep telling yourself that, you'll remember that the film is not real, it's just an illusion.
That's right. That's always the thing that I do too, that you think about everybody in the studio actually having a good laugh, of this amazing monster, though it is difficult sometimes. There are some movies which are brilliantly done, but you do have to remember that they have all waited around for hours to make that film, and then we've got to go for it, and there it is.
Yes.
Extraordinary.
Yes.
Well, we've got a few more letters, maybe one more letter we've got time to get through.
Right,
Philip.
this is from Kathy. You say, my growing pain is being afraid of going upstairs. My mum said it's something I will grow out of as I get older, but my brain does not agree. I am always asking Mum if she'll come up with me, please. Take it seriously. What's up there? What do you think's up there? I wonder if in school, when you've got art, you could actually try and do a picture of what you think's up there. Try and make it real and concrete. Give it a face. Make it something that is in your world rather than vague worries. Maybe somebody's once told you that people go to sleep and sometimes don't wake up, and that's their word for death. Maybe it's something like that's bothered you. You could try an experiment. You say to your mum, look, what I want you to do over the next 3 weeks is help me with this problem. You take me all the way up to the top of the stairs the first night, and then just one stair less on the subsequent nights. And if you combine that with trying to give this fear a face, you'll feel a lot better. Also, you can get your father to come up and put a notice on the door saying, no nasties are allowed in this bedroom.
Good idea. Keep them away. Philip, thanks very much indeed for all your help this morning. Now, if you'd like to write to Philip about any problem, what will you be dealing with next time?
We're going to deal with rules, like, when you should come in, whether you should wash your hands before a meal, and what's wrong when, you defy your parents, things like that.
Lots of family-type problems then. Well, write to us at Growing Pains, Saturday Superstore, BBC Television, London W12 8QT. And do bear in mind that they'll all be treated with complete confidence